Hi, then welcome back to Python Programming, Lesson 3, Boolean Values. It's nice to see you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed Lesson 2 and Lesson 1. And today we're continuing with more Python. Well, without further ado, let's get right into the video. The questions that computers ask themselves usually involve comparing one thing with another. For example, a computer might ask if one number is bigger than another. If it is, the computer might then decide to run a block of code that would otherwise be skipped. We call these Boolean values. The answers to the questions computer asks have only two possible values, true or false. Python calls these two values Boolean values, and they must always start with a capital letter. You can store a Boolean value in a variable. Say, let's make a variable called answer_1. As you know, you can't have any spaces in Python. And let's make that equal to the value true. Since all the questions computer asks have only two possible values, true or false. So if answer 1 is true, then answer 2 must be false. And remember, they have to start with a capital letter. Otherwise, your variable will not work. See? Capital letter, guys. That's very important. There are also such things called logical operators. These symbols tell computers to make comparisons. Programmers call them logical operators. You may have used some of them in math. The words and or can also be used as logical operators in computer code. It's like the double equal sign means equal to, while the exclamation point and equal sign, that means not equal to, and this sign means less than, and opposite means greater than. Let's try an example with booleans. Using the shell, we can represent having 5 pineapples and 2 zebras by using the variables pineapples and zebras. I'm going to type these lines into my shell. We can make a variable called pineapples and make that equal to 5 since we have 5 pineapples. Then we can make another variable called zebras and make that equal to 2. As you can see, this variable stores the number of pineapples and this variable stores the number of zebras. Now we can make comparisons. Now I can try typing the following lines of code to compare the values of the two variables. After you've typed each line, press the return key and Python will tell you if the statements are true or false. Let's try saying pineapples are greater than zebras. You guys probably know that's true. And the computer prints true. You just say print pineapples are greater than zebras, and we run the code, and it prints true. As you see, the computer knows that pineapples equals 5 and zebras equals 2. So 5 is greater than 2. And the computer printed that as true since the equation was true. Now let's try printing zebras are less than pineapples, which is the opposite of the code we just printed. Run that. True. See, zebras have 2 and pineapples have 5, and 2 is less than 5. So the computer knew that. The number of zebras is less than the number of pineapples. Now let's try saying that zebras are, what's the sign for equal? That's right, it's double equal sign. Let's say zebras are equal to pineapples. Let's run that code. As you can see, it prints false. The computer knows that it's false. Zebras 2 and 5 are not equal. So the computer knew that and printed false. Now if we change the equation and say pineapples are equal 2 zebras, which is the opposite of our equation, the computer still knows that it's false. We can also make multiple comparisons. We can use and or to combine more than one comparison. If you use and, both parts of the comparison must be correct for the statement to be true. If you use or, only one part needs to be correct. Like this. You can say pineapples. You can say pineapples are equal to 3, and then we have to add and zebras are equal to 2. Yes. Run that code. Oh, whoops, my bad. The computer printed false. Since pineapples do not equal 3, but since zebras do equal 3, pineapples do not, and since the multiple comparisons is and, they both have to be correct for the whole statement to be true. But pineapples do not equal 3, so the statement has to be false. But now if we just make a slight change and print or, which only one of them has to be correct, you can see it prints true. Since pineapples do not equal 3, but it's only or, so only one of the statements have to be correct. And since zebras equal 2, and that's correct, the computer prints true. Statements about variables and values that use illogical operators always give us a Boolean value, such as true or false. Because of this, these statements are called Boolean expressions. All of our statements about pineapples and zebras are Boolean expressions. Let's try another one. We can put pineapples. Use our pineapple variable. Pineapples equal to zebras, and let's make the computer print that. True, since pineapples do not equal, since exclamation mark and equal sign equal, they mean not equal to. And since pineapples are 5 and zebras are 2, they do not equal zebras. See, the computer read our Boolean expression, since this is a Boolean expression, and printed true or false. In this case, true. Our project with Booleans. It's called Ride the Roller Coaster. A sign at the theme park says you must be over 8 years old and taller than 4 feet and 7 inches to ride the roller coaster. Mia is 10 years old and 5 feet tall. Let's use the shell to check whether she can go for a ride. We're going to type the following lines of code to create variables for Mia's age and height and assign the correct values to them. Type the rules for going on the roller coaster as a Boolean expression, and then we're going to hit the enter return key to run our code. Let's start. Let's start by making a variable called age, which will represent Mia's age. And since Mia is 10 years old, say 10, age equals 10. She has to make her height 1.5. Then she is 5 feet tall. Now we're going to use Booleans and print age. Let's make a variable called age. Use the age variable and make that, since you have to be at least 8 years old, let's make the age has to be greater than 8. Okay? And let's use the and operator and say the height has to be greater than 53 inches. Okay. And then greater than 53. And let's make, since she's 5 feet tall, let's make it 60 inches. And now if we run our code, we can see, true, Mia successfully can ride the ride. Since the codes, you said that her age is 10, But the ride says you need to be over 8 years old, and since 10 is greater than 8, the code said true. She has the proper age. But since we're using the and operator, age and height have to both be successful. Since the height is 60 and you have to be more than 53, since 60 is greater than 53, she can ride the ride because she is the appropriate height. What's the short project that you can do in Python with Booleans? I hope you guys enjoyed this project. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson about Booleans. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more quality Python. See you guys next time. Bye.